I'm Professor Philip Wolitzer of Long Island University. I said to you, if you manufacture something, you have to pay for the goods, okay? So what we do is, when it's income minus this would be cost of goods sold, okay, cost of goods sold, we have what you call a subtraction. And that subtraction gives us gross margin. This is all from the standpoint of giving the reader of the financial statement information and giving you a basis so that you can understand. Here's what I mean by that. If you're in the furniture business, you've got income, you've got cost of goods sold. It's very important for you to know what your gross margin is, both in percentage and in dollars. The reason for that is that if you're in the furniture business, more or less, if your gross margin is less than 50%, you're in trouble. I can tell you right now. If your gross margin is less than 50% and you're in the furniture business, you better really look into your business and see what's going on, because it will not sustain itself. The reason for that is because gross margin gets reduced by expenses. Okay? Now expenses can be, we call them operating expenses. Now, we would like to say, hey, what do you mean expenses? I don't need expenses, just me. Sure, just you. But you have to pay electricity. You have to pay telephone. You have to pay air conditioning. You have to pay for cleaning. You have to pay for insurance. All those are operating expenses. You can't stay in business without it. So, what it comes down to is, by doing this classification, we give you information that's useful. Income minus your cost of goods sold, giving you the gross margin, minus your operating expenses, gives you net operating income. Taxes come out of that, so that you usually have net operating income after taxes. This is a very important figure. And in the profession, we draw an imaginary line here. In other words, we sort of say items above the line and items below the line. The items below the line are any items which lead from net operating income after taxes into net income. But let's stay with items above the line. That's the important figure. That's the business that they're in. In other words, you're in the furniture business, this is your net operating income after taxes. However, even if you're in the furniture business, let's say you had something very extraordinary happening to you, for whatever reason. There was a cataclysmic event that's so unusual, you don't expect it to happen again. It's an extraordinary expense. It has nothing to do with your net operating income. So that's below the line before net income. Also, let's say you had branches all over the United States, and you decided to close the branch there. Okay? If you decided to close the branch there, that in effect will no longer have anything to do with your usual business above the line of net operating income. So that again is what we call below the line before net income. So that gives you an idea of how simple things have become much more complex.